613 Uncut begins in 3, 2, 1. New episode of 613 Uncut. This week on Installment 3 with Pure One Outdoors, we're kind of going to hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. We're sitting down again with Dr. Shawn Tyson. He and Jocelyn are going to kind of break down some of the do's and don'ts of scent control from the X-Out 360 way of life. And after that, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I personally do to prepare before I go into the field, things I've learned from Shawn, and how I use the X-Out 360 line of products from Pure One Outdoors to help me be a more successful hunter in the Virginia timber.
So what are some of the do's and don'ts of the scent control?
Once again, it's keeping it simple. You don't want to wash your hunting gear in your wife's lilac detergent. It doesn't work out very well. You want to use shampoo and soap that's scent-free. Of course, you want to use X-Out odor and UV products to work on any other odors that you might have. One big thing I tell people is always you want to spray your clothing, but also you want to spray your boots. You want to spray your hats. You want to spray your bags that you're taking out into the field. Because people don't really think about those, and they'll take them out to the field that they've had it in their truck for a week, and it's picking up gasoline smells, any outdoor odors. One big thing too is that when guys are going to their stands, they'll stop by the store sometimes and pick up some coffee or some Red Bull, whatever. They'll pick up some biscuits and gravy, and they'll get all these extra odors that they weren't planning for, and then they go into the stand and they have a new odor. And so we brought out a breath spray to actually work on that odor of the breath. But in the end, it's just don't try to bring in any new odors that you don't have to. And so by using some simple process of eliminating detergents, soap, shampoos, don't wear cologne, things like that, you'll have a better hunt.
Thanks, Shawn and Jocelyn. Great information coming from Shawn there. And kind of what Shawn said, it's sometimes some of the most simplest things that come from our personal lives, our busy home lives, and different things like that can kind of carry out into the deer woods. You may bring your hunting jacket in, you were running late, you had a family dinner to get to, and you laid it across the sofa and didn't think about putting it in your scent control bag or tote or whatever wherever you may secure it. And there's laid in your house, candle burning, cat laid on it, different things like that. So those are great pointers from Shawn. Now I'm going to kind of break down some of the things that I do from start to finish when I prepare to go into the Virginia timber. All right, it all starts at home. We got to make sure everything's squared away before we leave. What I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to have towels, all my hunting clothes, and any type of clothing, hats, toboggans, things like that I'm going to wear in the field are all washed and then secured in a bag, in a scent secured bag that I transport all my hunting clothing with me to the farm or to the place where I'm going to be hunting. Secondly, X-Out 360 body wash, shampoo. Any opportunity I get to shower before I go to the woods, I'm going to do it. That means sometimes I'm showering 2-3 times a day, depending on the circumstances. So those are some things straight off the bat that I'm doing. It kind of does you no good if you do a scent-free shower and then you grab a towel off the rack that was just washed and dried in like Shawn said, lilac soap. So that's just a little thing right there that I kind of process and I think about. It's definitely something that I do every single time before I go to the deer woods. Anybody that knows me, anybody that hunts with me, and all the guys and gals on the 613 team will tell you that I'm an absolute scent freak. When I get out of the truck, I'm wearing the bare minimum of what I'm going to have. Most likely it's a base layer shirt or pants, or my pants and just some type of a base layer shirt. I'm getting out either putting vests on, long sleeve shirts, jackets, pullovers, hoodies, whatever the weather is determining for that day. But I'm wearing the absolute bare minimum in my truck. When I get out, I will spray down my base of what I have on, And then I'm taking that scent-free tote on my tailgate and I'm pulling out whatever it is that I'm going to wear for the day. And then I'm spraying down those things as I put them on. I'm then getting my backpack sprayed down, my boots, tops, bottoms, and my bow, and any other gear or that I'm carrying with me. One thing that we have a luxury of is, when we're hunting 2 people to a tree, we have someone that can spray down your back. Your bottom was sitting on your truck seat. Could have had work coats, different things like that laid on it throughout the week, and your bottom, has now been contaminated with something, or your back, or whatever the case may be. So having that extra person there, spray down your back is crucial, and it's something that we do every single time, and it's just a way of hunting life for us now, that we take those steps. So now we've made it from the house, we got out of the truck, now we're ready to go to the deer stand. Let's see what I'm doing next. Whether it's a short walk or a long walk into your stand or blind, regardless of how hot or cold, you're going to perspirate something. You're going to sweat. Your hat is going to hold sweat and those types of things. So I get up. First thing I do, I get secured into the tree. Start pulling my gear up, get everything kind of situated. I'm then respraying down my exterior, all of it. I'll take my hat off, spray the inside of my hat or my toboggan, whatever it is I'm wearing. I just took my gloves out of my backpack. I spray those down, lock them in, spray my release down, and I'll spray down my backpack one additional time, because I could have taken my hand from my sweaty hat and zipped up my backpack, and there's some open scent that can carry down into the next draw over, or whatever the case may be. So you've heard it, from the house to the deer stand. And you see what I do you hear what I do every single time in the deer stand, and preparing to go out there, and when I get there, what I do to continue to stay scent free. So hopefully these things are just some tools that you can put in your toolbox to help you be more successful come this fall, wherever it is that you're going to be hunting. And we wish you all the luck, and thanks again for watching this episode of 613 Uncut. We have 2 installments left with Pure One Outdoors. We're really excited for next week, and this is something that is really important to us at 613 Outdoors. We're going to kind of get a little bit of philosophy of how Pure One Outdoors does business, and kind of how they see things. So make sure you tune in next week and kind of get that inside, in the heart feel, and you'll see where Pure One Outdoors is coming from, and why 613 Outdoors is such big fans. See you guys next week.